people lose the day. By the time the end of the day comes, it goes, oh my God, the whole day is done. What happened? I didn't get enough done. And as I got older, I've realized that to live your best life, personally, professionally, in every way, you have to learn to manage your time. Everyone has 24 hours in a day, but there's a lot of people that waste time. And not maliciously, it's through bad habits. And what I found is the first way people lose time, it's like you got to think of a track race. You know, if someone told you that you can start the race and be 50 yards ahead of your opponent every time, all you have to do is this one thing, you'd be like, oh, that's easy. And it's very simple in life. How you get ahead of most people in society and how you get ahead of yourself. Remember, you're mainly competing against yourself. You mainly have to push yourself. You mainly have to discipline yourself. In a race, you mainly have to focus on your own lane. Stay in your lane. But the main way you do that is you got to wake up early. And specifically by 5 to 6 a.m. You need to be up by 6 a.m. And if you're up between 5 to 6 a.m. and you go to the cafe, as an example, you're going to see most of society is still sleeping. It's usually still dark. That means you're running the race and most people are still in their bed. You're getting ahead. Not just beating society, but beating yourself. Because if you sleep to 7 or 9 a.m. or later, when you wake up, now you're rushing around. You're rushing to get your morning food or coffee. You're rushing to get to your responsibilities. You're rushing to get to your doctor's office, whatever you need to do. And once you start that pace of running from behind, you never get ahead. You operate with high anxiety and a lack of focus. You need to reverse that. You need to operate with a high level of focus and a very measured pace. Management of time. Management of time starts with waking up early, 5 to 6 a.m. Then starts with, you don't go right into productivity. You have to think of yourself. You have to think of yourself like warming up a car or warming up a piece of machinery. You know, I used to work on generators, and one thing they said is you turn on the generator, you don't just apply load. You have to gradually put the load on if you're testing it. So every day, like, you know, when you're ramping yourself up, it's like you don't just go in the gym and lift your heaviest weight. You go in the gym, hopefully like you do like 15 minutes on a treadmill, and then you gradually lift weights, you go heavier and heavier. So during the day, you don't just wake up at 5, 6 a.m. and go right to your major productivity tasks. You wake up, you have your breakfast, you're warming up your body, your digestive system, you're starting the neurological windings in your brain. Now you're feeding your body healthy food. Okay. And then maybe you do a little task, and then maybe you work out, and then after that, by 8 a.m., now you're in the high productivity. So you wake up between 5 to 6 a.m., and then 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., you should have breakfast, and then maybe do something very light. Light task, scheduling appointments, cleaning up some email, sending some text, doing something, right? And then, you want to go a half hour or 45 minutes and do a workout. Then at 8 a.m., now you're in prime productivity mode. 8 a.m. to noon are the highest productivity hours for the human. And like I said, there's periods of my life where I worked a night shift, and the night shift is great, especially to get your foot in the door, especially in a season of your life where maybe you're working your own business during the day. Be careful, you can burn yourself out. There's only 24 hours in a day. But to get a promotion or to get higher in life, you're gonna and to be in a healthy sleep cycle, because you can burn yourself out working the night shift with an unhealthy sleep cycle, which messes up your food intake. But to get to the highest level, you have to work during the day shift, because that's when most productivity gets done. Most productivity gets done between 8 a.m. to noon. That's when you have to tackle your toughest tasks. And you should take a break midway between 8 a.m. to noon to take a walk, to recharge your physical well-being so your brain can get back to processing information. Then obviously noon you take lunch, and then you go back to more productivity. It may not just be the peak of your hardest things, hopefully. I would save the lightest tasks for afternoon. Conference calls or light things, or things that don't require as much brain capacity. And then obviously whenever your day ends, 4 or 5 o'clock, right, then you decompress, then you have dinner, you should go for an evening walk. If you have a side hustle, then if you were doing like DoorDash or something, the best time to do that is 5 p.m. till 9 p.m. That's when you make the most money. Statistics show it. And then, you're ready for sleep by 10, 11 o'clock at night, and you want to get about 6 to 8 hours of sleep. So if you sleep from 10 to 5, that's 7 hours. So somewhere in that range, whether you go to sleep at 11, you wake up at 6 or whatever, somewhere in that range, that's a cycle of a highly productive managed day. And obviously your productivity, what you're putting your energy to in the beginning of the day and in the middle, it's all based on your career goals. It's all based on your personal goals, whether you're doing personal ventures, professional ventures. You have to fill in those gaps for your individual journey. But that's how you manage your day. You wake up early, you get a step ahead of the game, step ahead of yourself. You gradually bring yourself up through a healthy breakfast, through healthy activity in the morning. Then you start to work on your more productive, urgent obligations. You take periodic breaks, not naps. Then at the end of the day, you wind down. Maybe you do a side hustle, or you just do more walking, more self-care. And then by the end of the day, 9, 10 o'clock at night, your body's ready to shut down if you've been up since 5 a.m. and you did all those things. You fill in some of the gaps, but that's how you manage your time. That's how you manage your day. That's how you stay away from drugs. That's how you stay away from gossip. That's how you stay away from a lot of destructive things, because a lot of destructive things come from idle time. And you're not managing your time. You're just gossiping, bullshitting. And we could all get caught down. This is a daily discipline. This never ends. Self-care never ends. You don't just wake up, but it gets better. It gets better the more you focus on this and you follow this pattern. If you get in the opposite pattern, where you wake up late, you're rushing to get a couple things done, and you're hanging around with the wrong people at night who also did the same thing, this is how you destroy your life, okay? Never forget it. And so hopefully this video helped. If it did, you want to give it a super thanks, please click that super thanks. You want to be a member and join the unlimited live access, click the blue join button. Thank you to all my members. Click the thumbs up. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next one.